Hello everybody, this is Kidlot and I'm bringing you guys the next installment in Dogs with Every Gun show. I'm going to be calling this episode the Heavy AR edition, and what I mean by Heavy AR is that there are 4 particular ARs in the game that are very quite similar. They're almost the same, in fact. They have the same damage profile, the same rate of fire, and they just, they handle almost all the same, and they're very minute differences between them. And it's kind of funny because when Treyarch wants to balance the game, what they mean by balance is that, they just make the same gun over and over, make clones of the same gun over and over, so that there's no disparity between the two guns. They're all the same, and so one is not overpowered than the other in the same class, which is kind of funny because that's not really balancing in my opinion. And these guns are also community favorites. You'll probably see one of your favorite guns in this list. I know all of these guns pretty much are my favorites. I use them all the time. And these are also YouTube commentators' favorites, because these guns are also very reliable. And if you want to use a really good gun, if you want to get a really good score without using the noob weapons that I've said before, these guns will definitely do their job. And without further ado, I'm going to start the episode with the first gun right now. Alright, kicking things off first, we have the first automatic assault rifle that you can unlock in the game. This is the Enfield, and being that this is the first automatic assault rifle that you can unlock, you would think that a lot more people would want to use this gun. But that's not the fact, because, quite frankly, it's weird. Not a lot of people use this gun. I can go a lot of matches in, a lot of playtime in, without at all seeing this weapon. And I don't know why, because again, this is the first automatic assault rifle. You would think people would use this. So I guess we have to deduce the reasons why people would not want to use this weapon. And the first one I can think of is the recoil. Not necessarily the recoil pattern, but the way the gun juts inward into the screen and outward into the screen every time you shoot the weapon. I agree, it can get a little unsettling at times, but definitely it's something that you can get used to. And the second reason, it's not really a reason at all, it's a good reason. It's a good reason, one of the best reasons to use this assault rifle is that it almost acts like an SMG a little with the aim down sight time, because the aim down sight time is as fast as the other SMGs in the game. So I definitely recommend you guys use Steady Aim Pro and Lightweight Pro, because you get both the benefits of an AR and an SMG. AR with the damage profile and the range, SMG with the aim down sight time, especially increased with Steady Aim Pro, as well as Lightweight Pro, making the gun as fast and the movement as fast as an SMG. So those are the 2 perks I recommend. In terms of attachments, you can use whatever you want. It's again personal preference. I always use extended mags. I pretty much use extended mags with almost every gun in the game. I only probably use an optic or a sight if the sights are really bad or something that I really just can't aim. So yeah, it's pretty much personal preference. And guys, I don't understand why you don't use it again. We got to get the Enfield more popular. We got to get it more known. I don't know, it's just as competent and as good as the other assault rifles that I will be talking about later on in this episode. So I don't know why it's not more popular now. So I'm definitely going to be using it a lot more in the future. And guys, we definitely have to give the Enfield the loving that it deserves. Moving on to a really superb weapon, we're talking about the Galil here. Some people like to call it the Galil, but that's not really right. I looked it up. It's really called Galil, so that's what I'm going to be calling it here, the Galil. And the first thing you notice about the Galil is that it has 5 more bullets than all the other assault rifles in the game. It has 35 bullets, which is kind of cool. It actually comes in handy a lot of the times because, you're facing a lot of people and then you really need those last few bullets to just finish off some random stranger in the back. You can kill him with this gun. And with extended mags, you get 50 bullets, which is crazy. I mean, it's almost like an LMG, 50 bullet assault rifle. That's pretty crazy, and that's why I love the Galil a lot. That's one of its good features, is those 5 extra bullets, because they're really, really noticeable. And also another really good thing I liked about this weapon is the sights. Oh my gosh, these sights are excellent. The little circle in the middle, it gives great peripheral vision and great view. You can just put that circle right onto the enemy and know that they're dying. And in fact, I think, I'm going to go so far as to say as this is much better than the red dot sight. So I definitely prefer these sights over the red dot sight. So definitely don't use a red dot sight. Don't use an optic. Use something that will give you a more advantage, like a suppressor, like I'm using now, either a suppressor or extended mags. Those are the best attachments in my opinion. And guys, is it just me, or does this gun sound amazing when it's being shot unsilenced? I mean, it sounds so great, so crisp, so powerful. Again, it's just a mental thing, but that's one of the reasons I like the Galil as well. It gives a mental good feeling, and this is definitely one of my favorite guns. As you can tell, I'm praising it so much, and I definitely know this is one of your favorite guns that you guys like to use. So again, really great gun. Use it. It gets 2 great big thumbs up from me. Going all the way to one of the last assault rifles that can be unlocked in the game, we're talking about the Commando, and I'm just going to say it right out. I think the Commando is one of the coolest, if not the coolest weapon in the game for a lot of reasons. I mean, the name sounds amazing. Commando, what better name can you call a gun than Commando? And also the reload animation, man, that thing is sweet. You just slap the magazine in, slap the bolt down. It's pretty awesome. As well as the strap, guys. The strap is what makes this gun. It looks so slick, so amazing, so aesthetically pleasing, so sexy. I love it so much. It makes the Commando. And the Commando knows this. The Commando knows that it's very stylish as well. And I like the sound when you shoot the weapon, that little deep droning sound every time you shoot the weapon. I think it's really nice for this one. Again, it's the mental thing. It makes it feel like this weapon is really, really powerful. And this weapon also has a lot of similarities with the M4A1. If you guys remember that gun from Call of Duty 4, they're pretty much the same. The handling, the looks, the damage is pretty much the same. So that's really good. The M4A1 was also a really used weapon in that game. So that's another really good testament to why the Commando is really good. And you know, what other gun makes you feel good when you use it other than the Commando? I mean, when you use your FAMAS, right? When you use your FAMAS, do you feel cool? Like, really, do you feel cool when you use your FAMAS? I guess it feels cool if you get a lot of kills with it, but you know, for me, it's like, I'm using the easy gun in the game. You know, I feel like a dirty thug, I guess. So, you know, what other gun can you use the Commando for? I can talk about, you know, the damage and like all the other nerdy stuff that I talk with the other guns, but not for the Commando. The Commando is all coolness, it's all goodness, it's all stylish, and that's why I use it. I always have a Commando class ready just to go out and kicking some butt in style. That's what I like to do. I definitely recommend the Commando. One of my favorite weapons. Like I said, I always have it ready just to whip it out whenever I need it. Finishing off, we have the infamous AK-47, and man, oh man, this gun is so popular and so famous. I mean, people who don't even play video games or know guns at all will know what the AK-47 is. I mean, you ask a random person on the street, you know, what is an Enfield, dude? And they're like, huh, I don't know what you're talking about. What is a Galil? What? What is that? I don't know what that is. What is a Commando, dude? And they're like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about at all, whatever you're saying. And then you ask them this. Do you know what an AK-47 is? And they'll be like, hell yeah, who does not know what an AK-47 is? I mean, it's in every movie, every video game, every other form of entertainment. I mean, this gun is so popular, you'll be hard-pressed to find a video game that's set in the modern times nowadays to not have the AK-47 in the game. It is that popular because it's so widespread and so iconic. Everybody knows this weapon. And in terms of in-game stuff, it's pretty much the same as all the other assault rifles I've been talking about. I mean, really, that's why it's called the Heavy 8R edition. These are all clones. The only big difference is the sights on this weapon. These sights are really, really good. The gun is very skinny. It gives a lot of peripheral vision to the left and right, and you can easily line up that post of the AK-47 and take people down. The recoil is kind of but you know, you can feel that power. You can feel very iconic with that weapon. And you can roll with whatever attachment you want. Obviously, I have my 2 favorites, either the suppressor or extended mags. That's what I always use. Other than that, the AK-47 is a great gun. It is so infamous, it is so iconic, and it is so dang fun to use. And that's that, guys. Another episode completed and finished with. I hope you guys like that one, and sit tight. More of these episodes are going to come in the later weeks. Other than that, I have nothing else to say. My name is Kidlot, and I'm out of here.